Welcome to the second part of my tutorial on LPP. Well, in the previous video, I had shown in detail about how to solve LPP by the graphical method. Now in this video, I would be showing some examples of LPP. Always remember that the most important step is to find the feasible region, which means it is important to find the valid side of the constraint correctly. Let us look at the first example. Well, it says maximize x plus y subject to 4 inequality constraints. So first we find the constraint lines by converting the inequalities into equalities and finding the intercepts. So from the first constraint we can say that when x is equal to 0, y equal to 100, and when y equal to 0, x is equal to 48. Similarly, we can find the intercepts of the other constraints as well. Now we plot the constraint lines. The first inequality constraint is 50x plus 2y less than equal to 2400. Now if we put x and y equal to 0, then the inequality is satisfied. Similarly, for 30x plus 33y less than equal to 2100, the inequality is satisfied. So for these two, the valid side will be the region towards the origin. But for x is greater than equal to 45, when x is equal to 0, the inequality is not satisfied. So we take the valid side as that part away from the origin. For y greater than equal to 5, the valid region is above the constraint line, because still over here the inequality is not satisfied when y is equal to 0. So the intersection of these valid regions gives a very unusual feasible region, the small triangle marked in red. Now going by the first method of finding the optimum point, we plot the objective function by assuming that x plus y equal to 40. You can also take some other constant value. Now plotting the objective function, we get the blue dashed line. If we slide it parallelly rightwards, because we want to maximize the objective function, then we can see that the farthest possible point is at the intersection of the first and third constraint lines. So we solve the two constraint inequalities and get the coordinates at the point as 45 and 6.41. And this is the optimum point. By adding x plus y value, we get the maximum value of the objective function, because it is x plus y. Now going by the alternative method, we can determine the corner points of the feasible region. We have already obtained one coordinate. Next one can be obtained by solving y equal to 5 and x equal to 45, which gives the coordinate 45 and 5. For the third one, we can solve the first and the fourth constraint line and get 45 and 6.5. So you see, the second constraint is non-binding. That is, it does not affect the optimum value of the objective function. For each corner point, we get the value of the objective function as 51.41, 50 and 50.6. So the maximum value is achieved at the first point, which is 45 and 6.41. Let's look at another example. Here we have a minimization problem. Minimize x plus y subject to 3 inequality and 2 non-negativity constraints. Here again we find the intercepts of the linear inequalities and plot them. From the first inequality constraint, we have 5x plus 9y less than equal to 45, which means that if x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, the inequality is satisfied. So the valid side is towards the origin below the yellow line. The second inequality is x plus y greater than equal to 2. So when x and y equal to 0, the inequality is not satisfied. The valid region in this case is away from the origin, that is to the right side of the green line. The third inequality is x less than equal to 4. So when x equal to 0, the inequality is satisfied. So the left side of the vertical line is the valid side. So the feasible region is the shaded part. Let now the objective function be x plus y equal to 4. So when x equal to 0, y equal to 4, and when y equal to 0, x equal to 4. So this is how we get the intercepts and plot the objective function, which is shown by the blue dashed line. Now mind that this is a minimization problem, that is we intend to minimize the objective function. So we slide the objective function line leftwards and find that minimum is reached when it coincides with the constraint line x plus y equal to 2. So there are infinite number of optimal points. We can find the corner points of this constraint line as 0, 2 and 2, 0. So these are two of the optimal points and the minimum value of the objective function is 2. Now look at the third example. Minimize 4x plus 2y subject to the inequality and non-negativity constraints. I'm not going into the details of finding the intercepts of the inequalities because we know it by now. I've just written down the coordinates of the intercept points. Here we plot the constraint lines. For the first one, putting x and y equal to 0 does not satisfy the inequality. So the valid region is to the right hand side of the red line away from the origin. For the second line, again the inequality is not satisfied at x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. So the valid side is to the right side of the green line, and same with the third constraint. So the shaded part is the feasible region, and you can see that it is unbounded. But since it is a minimization problem, we can always find the optimum point when the objective function is minimized. We can find by the method already explained that the corner point B is the optimum point. I leave it to you to do the working of the problem. But if it would have been a maximization problem, then we would not have been able to find the optimum point. The next example is maximize x plus y with 2 inequality and 2 non-negativity constraints. We find the intercepts and get the coordinates. Since in the first constraint the inequality is not satisfied, the valid side is to the right of the red line. The same is true for the second constraint as well. The shaded part is the feasible region, which is unbounded. Now let the objective function be x plus y equal to 3, which is shown by the bold red dashed line. If we slide it rightward, we won't be able to reach at a maximum point because the feasible region is unbounded, therefore no maximum exists. But if we change the objective function to minus x minus y and assume it to be, say, equal to 1, we get the blue bold dashed line, and by sliding this to the right we can get a maximum at the point 1, 0. So one thing is clear, that unbounded feasible region does not necessarily mean that no optimum can exist. The possibility of an optimum point depends on the objective function, whether we are maximizing or minimizing it, and the coefficients of the function itself. Now in the last example, we have minimize 4x plus 2y. Here for the first constraint, since the inequality is not satisfied for x and y equal to 0, the valid side is to the left of the green line. But for the second constraint, the inequality is satisfied with x and y equal to 0. So the valid side is towards the origin, that is to the right side of the red line. So you can see that there is no intersection region because the constraints are parallel to each other. So there is no feasible region.